Oh, I'm alive. My goodness me, I'm live. How is everyone? Who's there? Welcome. What I'll do is while the troops are all gathering, I'll play the theme tune as I usually do. I'm just a couple of minutes late. Sorry about that. Here we go. So we haven't got the music up just yet, but in the meantime, I'll just say hello to everyone's there. And we have Gavin, who says, "Hey Ben, here I've got all my cats in, just in case, and looking forward to the live stream." Yes, Doomsday's never been so fun, has it? And it school kicks off in about 3/4 of an hour. How about that? He says, "I said, good idea, get your cats in." I said, "Oops." Oh, thank you. Now it starts. Right, now it bloody has to start. Okay. And we've got the WOW signal, 6EQUJ5. Maybe the WOW signal is part of what causes this. Hey, Ben, I just poured myself a beer. How long have I got to drink it? Roughly, you have 46 minutes. Get it down, you mate. Get it down. It turns into a big ball, a blob, like it does on the International Space Station. All right, guys, so let's just get the theme music out the way. Here we go.
Conspiracies, government cover-ups, Earth mysteries, monster cryptids, cyber saucers, and black triangle, up and woe. Black goo in Antarctica, lizardkins from the seventh star, men in black and Queen Boudica, up and woe. Black goo in Antarctica, Kepler's from the seventh star, men in black and Queen Boudica, hop and woe. Welcome to the hop and woe show. Once I was alone, I was petrified, thinking I could be abducted when the bins went out. And so I spent so many nights thinking about the gray that might be there. But I grew strong, and now I really couldn't care. Save me from the aliens, save me from the government, save me from the men in black who call. Save me from the skeptics, save me from the watchers. Justice must be done for Richard D. Hall. No more psyop whitewashes. No more left in fear. How long till disclosure comes? Is it really getting near? Is it really getting near? Is it really getting near? Or are we always gonna wonder? Are we never gonna know? Is it just a way to control souls created oh so many years ago? Save me from the sheeple, save me from the liars. Open up your eyes and see their false flag planned attacks. Save me from the grifters, save me from the spiteful mutant hacks. Our fear is their power, our obedience the same. Make quiet acts of integrity always be your aim. Make quiet acts of integrity always be your aim. Speak truth to power, always be the keeper of the flame.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We've got 6 people, which is not bad, I suppose. 6 people. I'm just trying to get my own look. As you see, I have green screen, and that is really, really good. I just want to say a big hello to everyone who's condescended to tune in to this afternoon live stream. We don't normally do them this time of day. Now, as I said, this is an unusual time of day. I booked the afternoon off work specifically. So I could do this because I did this video a while ago called Project Anchor. This one. Oh no, that's right. It's a live stream. Where's the one I was watching? Oh, here it is on Panroid TV. Oh, hang on, here we go. This one, Project Anchor, back in May, and I actually did suggest that we do a live stream, and so we decided we will do a live stream, and wow, Signal, this is perfect timing. He's got just enough time to drift down that beer before the end of the world. Cheers. Drink up. As I say on Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, drink up, Arthur. The world's about to end. Hello, Nina Burns. How you doing, Nina? Great to see you. And we have nothing as it seems. The theory alleges that a leaked document revealed Earth would lose gravity for approximately 7 seconds due to a rare alignment of planets or a solar eclipse, causing catastrophic destruction. Well, it's apparently 2 neutron stars, but we'll come on to that. We'll come on to the cause. And more catastrophic destruction than a series of treacherous governments. Oh, that's pushing it, I think. That's pushing it a bit. But yeah, we're here to celebrate the end of the world, which is going to take place in 38 minutes from now. Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's. I've actually let people know. David White knows I'm going live. I've just let people know on Facebook. I've also told people on Twitter, so that's good. Oh, hang on. Hello, Gary. How nice to see you, Gary. Thanks for joining us. Armageddon has never been so much fun. The lighter side of genocide, as Vinnie Eastwood used to say. Now, I don't know what precautions you guys are taking. Are you taking any precautions? Anyone? I am. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got this string here. You see, it's actually only it should be enough actually, just a piece of string. But I've attached it, and if you look in my studio area, which is just over there, you will see that I have a come on green screen. One of the clips from the green screen actually, I've lost it. I was setting it up and it just dropped, and I heard it go down. I can't bloody find it. I didn't think anything would go missing in my room, but it has. It's weird, though, isn't it? And it seems that obviously it's green screen because oh dear, Gary says precautions for what exactly is happening. Oh dear, Gary. Oh dear. I would if I thought you wouldn't know, I'd have come and told you earlier. I didn't realise that with just over half an hour to go, you wouldn't know what's happened, what's about to happen. Gary, I'll explain. I think I better do a brief intro. Yeah, definitely, because not everyone's seen the original video. No, what's actually happened is that I think I better go on. What's actually happened is that how do I sound a bit strange? Let me just check my settings because audio. All right, let me just change my microphone. That's it. That's better. Yes, that's better. Okay. I'm going in cold on this one. Oh my goodness me, Gary, you got a shock in store for you. Yeah. Right. This is something called Project Anchor. Now, what happened was. What is supposed to happen, according to a document that was leaked, or I say leaked, it appeared on someone on Instagram posted a kind of video showing it in December. A video on Instagram appeared, and this video was just like a line of text, which apparently was a leaked document from NASA, stating that on August the 12th, 2026, at exactly 14:33 UTC, in other words, 3:33 p.m. British summertime, gravity will cease for 7 seconds. There will be a 7-second suspension of the force of gravity on planet Earth, and which means that they say that everything that's not basically secure to the ground is going to float up 20 meters before slamming down, causing 40 to 60 million casualties. Now that doesn't quite make sense, because even if gravity actually ceased, anyone who even studies the very basics of physics, Newton's first law, would know that wouldn't necessarily happen unless you were like the only time. Hello, Nocturnal Frequency, welcome. And I explained this in the first video, so if you've not seen it, you can always go back and watch that. If we're still alive, if we're still alive after the end of this live stream, you can go and watch that, Gary. There's lots of details on that. But basically, I can do something about this green screen. Are we better off without the bloody green screen? I don't know. It's just I can't get it right. But it's all right. I'll sort of get used to it as time goes on. But Gary's going to hide in the air and go. But it's a good idea. Put a paper bag over your head, duck and cover. What's actually said to happen is that what will happen, and basically anyone who studies basic physics knows that things not secure to the ground. If gravity ceases, they won't automatically rise 20 meters in the air. No, they won't, unless in situations such as if you're in the middle of a jump, for example. 60 wow signals are already in the cupboard under the stairs. Yes, a lot of people maybe going to cellars, into cupboards. There's no need actually. The only time you would actually rise into the air during this gravity blackout, 7.3 seconds of no gravity, would be if, for example, you're in the middle of a jump. If you are jumping up into the air and gravity ceases, you'll just carry on rising. Apart from that, unless some force acts on you to move you in a particular direction, you will pretty much just stay where you are. And all you have to do is sit very still for 7 seconds, and you'll be fine. That's it. You'll be fine. Now, apparently, NASA has allocated an $89 billion budget to build underground bunkers for the elite officials. Now, I'm sure there are bunkers for the elites. I mean, I did an entire video about that. And there was that silly movie on Netflix. What was it called? Leave the World Behind. But so, I mean, I don't think they need an excuse to do that. I think they've kind of already done it. But NASA, of course, have denied that this is going to happen. and that gravity just can't stop working because the gravitational force of the Earth is dictated strictly by its mass, and that mass will not simply go away. Now, contrary to popular belief, someone just posted this on Facebook. There was absolutely no connection to the solar eclipse that is due to happen in a few hours. The solar eclipses have no effect on any gravity. Now, funnily enough, the moon itself does cause what you might call gravitational anomalies, but we just call these tides. That's all it means. So, for example, when tides come in and out, that is a form of gravitational anomaly. It's caused by the Earth's gravity changing slightly, and it affects the sea. And indeed, if gravity ceased for 7.3 seconds, you'd find the water would rise up into the air. Some people say the Earth would lose its atmosphere. No, it wouldn't happen. It's not enough time. 7.3 seconds is not enough time for the Earth to for the water, the oceans. I'm trying to stop this bloody green screen from glitching. It was not enough time for the oceans to lift completely away from the Earth. There's not enough time. Indeed, and people say, well, the air, the atmosphere would fly off into space. Again, there's not enough time. Air is, of course, less dense than water, but it would behave pretty much like water. There'd be some inertia. You might feel your ears pop as the air starts to rise. Okay, but that would change as soon as the 7.3 seconds are over. All that's going to happen is it'll just come back down again. Great Owl says, welly. Hello, Great Owl. How are you? Nice to see you again. And we have here, Chick High says, first law of motion wins again. Yes, honestly, if this is real, and I doubt it, just sit very still. And you could take extra precautions. And indeed, nothing says the idea of ripples in space-time caused by massive accelerating objects is a mathematical artifact of a flawed theory, not a physical reality. Yeah, now, and Shikai says, juggler's most effective. Yes, if you're doing a juggling show, your balls will just continue to fly up, or whatever you're juggling. How art thou, Great Owl? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. All right, so that's kind of the basics of it. I have here now, I don't know what precautions you're taking. I've got some string here. This should be enough, actually. I've tied one end to the gas pipe, and you know, if you're familiar with the studio area, if you watch for example, my reply to comments videos, you'll know that there's like a copper gas pipe coming in from the side, which I had installed a few months ago. They had to break down half the wall of my room to get it in, and I've tied one end of this string to that, and I'm just going to tie the other end around myself. Here we go. Right. Okay. I'm just going to do this quickly. Okay. This is just on the off chance that I'm wrong. All right, just in case. Now it's only string, but it should be enough to keep me in one place. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. Here we go. I'll tie in a little bow. So no, I can't have to tie in a knot. This is just on the very rare possibility that I'm wrong. Okay, guys, so I am going to tie myself down there. All right, so oops, so there we are. So if the worst happens, I won't go anywhere. All right, I'll still be here to continue doing the live stream. There we are. And you wouldn't want that. I mean, that's the only reason you don't want me to be hurt, so I can continue to provide you with endless entertainment on her Panwo TV. So there we are. That's it. Oh, Skywatch Signal. Hello, Skywatch Signal. How are you? What's going on? Oh my goodness me. Well, at 3:33 p.m. the world's going to end. Basically, let's see if I can find like a video about it. Now the Wi-Files did this. The Wi-Files did a thing about it. Let's just have a look. It's actually not very good. The Wi-Files thing. It's good in the sense it's very well done. What's that? Oh, the Wi-Files. Yeah, sorry, I was getting a bit. I love the Wi-Files. I actually subscribe to the Wi-Files. Right, UTC currently, there we are, 14:05. So we've got less than half an hour to go. I love the Wi-Fi. It's so cool. I haven't watched a lot of these new ones. I should do actually, because I do subscribe to them. I actually am a paid subscriber. Where is it? I love the campfire stories and things. Here we go. Where's Project Anchor? I'll use search to get it. Here we go. I won't play all of this because there's probably major copyright issues or so. Whoops. Oh, no, and here we are. Project Anchor.
I got stuck in a random country again. These layovers happen way too often, but this time I'm not panicking.
This episode of the Y-Files is brought to you by Delete Me. You wake up floating 3 feet above your bed.
See, again, that wouldn't
Your
happen.
phone, your key.
See, this wouldn't happen. Indeed, you can see the thing behind me, all right? What you see behind me is it's actually a screenshot I got from that. That wouldn't necessarily happen. The WoW signal says maybe something other than the gas pipe, Ben. Well, maybe something other than string. A Grey Owl says, let it never be said you are not an ambassador of safety first, just in case gravity ceases. Yes, you never know. So I've got this just in case. And Nothing says, I'm ready to watch Ben experience weightlessness. Well, it's the only time you do. I mean, funny enough, sometimes it happens in dreams. I suddenly find I'm like floating in dreams. I can even fly in dreams. Yes, that's right, Skywatch. Losing gravity for seconds. You heard about it. Let's go back to the Y-Files.
Is your furniture all drifting around the room like you're underwater. Outside, cars lift off the highway.
Again, that wouldn't happen unless the car went over a kind of a bump that sort of like lifted them up. Unless the car was going over a bump that sort of like pushed it into the air, that car would not fly up. Again, there's no force lifting them up. And before anyone says, well, what about the Earth spinning, Ben? Without gravity, you fly off into space. Well, no, because again, it's not enough time. The inertia. The inertia is not enough to fly you off into space, because the Earth rotates once every 24 hours, which means the centrifugal force is negligible. And that means that it's like imagine you're on a carousel and it just rotates once every 24 hours. You wouldn't feel anything there, would you?
Trees pull out of the ground,
See,
roots
that
and all.
wouldn't happen.
People grab anything bolted down. You have 7 seconds. That's how long Earth's gravity will be offline. After that, it comes back. Everything falls, including the 850 million people who didn't grab hold of something in time.
Again, the number of people who would fall would only be those who are in the air, who, for reasons I've just explained, would already be rising into the air in the middle of a jump in a car which just hits a bump which pushes them up. Those are the only people who have to have a long way to fall back down.
To a leaked government document, this happens on August 12th, 2026.
Today.
NASA calls it Project Anchor, and they've known about it since 2019. And if you haven't heard this story, you better strap in.
Literally. Let's go through the written answer. All right, yeah, this is what happens, okay? LIGO.
Dr. Thomas Webb noticed the anomaly at 2:47 a.m. LIGO had detected gravitational waves before, ripples in space-time from black hole collisions billions of light years
I'm not going to play all this. I don't have to play all this. Now, the LIGO thing. Okay, now, it's true. LIGO... yes, I'm sorry to alarm you, Skywatch Signal. I just walk in and you're bonding yourself, lol. Yeah, I've done this just in case. I've decided to tie myself down. It's probably nothing, but it's like I said, it's a long shot. I think this is a load of crap, but we'll see. Growl, do you know how much the Earth weighs? Oh, God knows how much. But of course, its mass doesn't just go away. That's what causes the gravity. Now, on the subject of the cause of this, this is mentioned in this NASA document. Let me just see if I can find some more information. I haven't had enough time to prepare for this. I came back from work and I basically fell asleep for an hour, and that's it. Is Project Anchor real? Okay. Okay. What it says is basically that there was these two neutron stars billions of light years away that are colliding, And now when that happens, it releases gravity waves, and these gravity waves sometimes intersect to the point where they cancel each other out in certain parts of the universe. And where they cancel each other out, the local gravitational field that are generated by other bodies also is suspended. Now, there's a problem with that. Now, gravitational waves, someone mentioned gravitational waves earlier on. Let's have a look. Got 18 people watching. That's good for this time of day. Nothing as it seems mentioned ripples in space-time, a flawed theory. Yeah. Now, thing is, these gravitational waves do exist, and we've only been able to detect them very recently. We've only recently had the technology, and that is because they're very, very difficult to detect. LIGO, this thing here, the laser. What's it called? Here we go. I'll just look. It's Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. It's quite new. It's quite a new thing, and it works on the latest technology. LIGO. You can have a look. Let's just see if I can get some information up about it. It is one of the first instruments we've ever created that actually detects gravitational waves. It actually is able to detect gravitational waves. It's a Wikipedia page for it. It's a large-scale physics experiment and observatory designed to detect cosmic gravitational waves. It's the first instrument we've ever built that can do that. Previously, all data in the universe could only come in the form of electromagnetic radiation and high-energy cosmic particles, etc. Laser interferometry. There are two smaller gravitational observatories, one in Japan called Kagra and one in Italy called Virgo. And it uses spaced mirrors 13,000 feet apart to measure changes in length over a span of 1,120 kilometers, 700 miles. Now, the thing about it is, right, you've got to realize is that gravitational waves aren't like the waves in the sea. All right, they're not like sound waves. They're not like anything. Not like anything like that. Gravitational waves are very small and very. I've got some details here. Their power is negligible. The amplitude of your average gravitational wave is so small that it's about the size of an average atomic proton. And that is tiny. You wouldn't believe how small a proton is. That's the amplitude of a gravitational wave, which means the power it delivers is negligible. So it doesn't actually have the ability. It doesn't actually have the ability to it wouldn't have the ability to have this effect on any other gravitational field. So it's not very plausible. Right, Skywatch signal says Ben string wouldn't help. I mean, it should do. I mean, honestly, as I explained earlier, if just Newton's first law means that this string should be enough. I don't need some strong cable, because unless there's some force pulling me up. So unless I was to jump, imagine, for example, I was to jump very, very high in the air, the very moment the gravity ceases, I would fly up right into the ceiling. I would strike the ceiling, probably hurt my head. Grail, those reckless few risk takers who did not fasten themselves to a piece of string which they had. Fools! Yes, I'm going to be laughing at them. I'm hunting for shoelaces as we speak. That should be enough. Just tie yourself to something. I've tied myself to a gas pipe. The American accent sounds like bullshit at the best of times. All right. Chikai says, 2019 film called Bodies at Rest. I think just maybe someone may be having a laugh. It could be. What's Bodies at Rest? Is that like a fictional thing? 2019 film. Oh my god, what's this? Right. Oh, it's a 2019 action film directed by Rennie Harlin, starring Nick Chang, Ricky Jen, and Zhang Zi. Harlin's third Chinese language films, and the plot: pathologist Cheng Jiahao and his assistant Ling Kuai are working late at a public morgue. Three masked men break into the morgue trying to retrieve a bullet from the corpse of Anki Cheng. All right. I don't think it's. Is there anything? It doesn't seem to be very, very relevant. I don't know. I've not seen it. Chinese movies are quite good, though. I mean, I thought Three Body Problem, the original Three Body Problem, was pretty good. It's a lot better than the Netflix shit. Grey Elm. The best I can manage is a thread from a sewing pool. Should be fine. Oh yeah. Well, yes. That might be enough. I don't know about thread, string. If you get some string, that's probably the best thing. Hello, CCG. Ben has tethered himself with a length of yarn. I have, yes. And the other end is tied to a gas pipe. Yes. You can breathe easy now. Everything is going to be fine now that the appropriate assets have been securely tethered. That's good. You're okay, are you? You're ready. You're all lashed and ready to go. You're squared away so that you don't get disturbed by the gravitational blackout. Hello, Tessa. Waves to Ben. My waves, not gravitational waves. No. Art's channel. Hello, Art. Will it happen during the eclipse? No, because the eclipse doesn't actually start until let's have a look. Not for a couple of hours. I might pop out and see if I can watch it. Have I got time to go up to South Park? I don't know. It's a bit of a long way. Yeah. What time will we see the eclipse in the UK? Starts just after 6 p.m. Ends around 8 p.m. Peak coverage between 7:05 and 7:16, depending on your location. Right. Where I am, I'll probably get like I'll probably end up with about. I think you get like 90% or something like that. It's not a full solar eclipse where I am. Science supports me, actually. Oh right, does it? Well, we'll see, won't we? Hello, Crafty Nihilist. Welcome. How are you? I like your avatar. Benno, says Grey Owl, the Mandela effect is finally affecting myself in a very unforeseen way. Arch channel, can you switch off gravity? No. Unless the gravity will always be there where mass is there, you see. That's the thing, yeah. Don't look at the eclipse until it's a ring of fire. It will blind you very fast. Yeah, you can get like eclipse viewers, which are very dark glasses, very, very heavy, thick sunglasses. I don't have any of those, so don't look at the sun, guys. Yeah, don't look at the sun. You'll blind yourself. You can go blind over it. Are you ever Wild Classic at all Tide Grey? All right. Portrait of Dorian Gray. The picture of Dorian Gray. Yes, I am. That is a classic. There's a couple of films about it. The first one's the best one, where there's a guy has a picture, and he found whenever he any form of rot or degradation in himself. I think it's because I'm wearing yellow. This green screen doesn't like it because yellow is similar to green in wavelength. Whenever he some kind of rot or decrepit corruption comes into him, it goes into the picture. So he never gets old. He never gets hangovers when he gets drunk. He never gets like the after effects of drugs. He never gets sexually transmitted diseases and things like that. It all goes into this picture, and the picture gradually becomes more and more horrible. Philip, sorry, what's the red string? Have I missed a memo? Yeah, I've just joined the Kabbalah Center. No. This is to tie me down when gravity stops in just about a quarter of an hour's time. So that's what, yeah. Crafty says, we have no idea what's going on. Stand. All right, well, apparently, Crafty, it's a long story. I did a video about this a couple of months ago, but you can't watch it. I don't expect everyone to watch all my output. I've got so much, But basically, gravity is going to cease at 3:33 p.m. for 7 seconds. Now, funny thing is, it's not that precise. It says 7:33 p.m. Is that when the minute strikes, or is it sometime within that minute? Because it doesn't say like it's going to start at 7:33 and 43 seconds and end at 7:43 and 5 and 50 seconds or something like that. It says 7:30. It just says 3:33 p.m. That's all it says. So it's sometime within that minute. Yeah, that's what I thought when I first saw it, Crafty. The aliens will save us. I wouldn't count on it. Tessa says, Wilds portrait the Mandela effect, like the missing the lion and lamb verse. Is there a Mandela effect associated with it? CCG. Is it another part of Project Bluebeam? Well, yeah, you see, the thing is like, I do wonder if this is I mean, we know the gravity can be controlled, and one thing can control gravity is artificial machinery. anti-gravity devices. Is there one big enough to like cancel out Earth's gravity? And maybe the Illuminati doing it as some kind of false flag? I don't know. Cover your nose before hitting the ceiling, says Tessa. Well, hopefully I won't hit the ceiling because of this. First, I won't hit the ceiling. As long as I sit very still and I'm not pushing on the ground, I won't rise up. And should I do, hopefully this will stop me. Crafty says 3:33, a bit Freemasonic. Yes, it's actually 2:33 Universal Time is what's often quoted. The green screen is making my dragon juice look really weird. It tastes normal though. Channel, could gravity increase on Earth? No, not unless you add mass to it. And according to the expanding Earth theorists, that actually is happening very, very slowly. The Earth is expanding, you see. So let's have a look. That's it, kind of, really. I mean, this reminds me of things like, do you remember the Lucifer Project? Oh my God, that was, yeah, that was incredible. The Lucifer Project was allegedly a plan by the Illuminati to turn one of the gas giants of the solar system into a sun, into a second sun, and they were going to do it by crashing one of the probes which have nuclear power plant. They were going to crash these probes into the gas giant, and this was going to trigger a nuclear fusion reaction within the hydrogen of the gas giants. And the most recent iteration of this was it was going to happen when the Cassini probe struck the planet Saturn, because they were going to crash. The plan was always to deorbit Cassini into the planet so it wouldn't contaminate the moons with its various things, such as its plutonium fuel cells. But that plutonium would then explode in a trigger fuse event for a fusion reaction, which will cover the entire planet and turn it into a second sun. Now, this is based on a book I've read, 2010: A Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. It's the sequel to 2001. But that was really big, like in the early days, in the early kind of like David Icke forum days. Everyone was talking about the Lucifer Project. I did a video about it, actually. It's quite cool. But there was actually, funny enough, there was this woman at work. I remember her. She was a nurse at the hospital who was, she was actually married to one of the porters. And she was really into this sort of thing. Yes, it is like 2010. Yes, it's very like that. I mean, of course, Cassini, this happened in 2017. Cassini was crashed into Saturn and nothing happens. The effects on the ocean should be fascinating, says CCG. Well, what would happen is, is the oceans would actually start rising up. You'd find the waves would suddenly keep going up. If you're on a ship at sea, you'd find it very weird, because the ship it wouldn't necessarily rise up, but it would lose its stability for a few seconds. Now, luckily, because it's quite a short time period, come on, bloody green screen, because it's quite a short time period. What will happen is when gravity starts again, the ship will come back down. Hopefully, it'll splash into the water. Hopefully, it will not do any structural damage to its hull, and the sea will settle down. That's probably what will happen. Grey says the descent into deep bulk of Grey is a masterpiece that emerges from the dark depths of hearts of man, and should be the humility of the human condition be disregarded. You're talking about Dorian Gray again? Yeah, it's a very good story. Hey, DJ B2, yeah. Oh, Tessa says the tsunami. Yeah, it could cause the shockwave. Would the shockwave be enough? I mean, would enough of the water rise up in 7 seconds to cause some kind of tsunami in terms of like a shockwave when it came down again? I don't know. The Heart of Darkness, subsequently rolled out as the movie Apocalypse Now, both great examples of the void within. Well, yeah, the Heart of Darkness is about a group of men who go on a boat. They go on a boat trip up a river in Africa. In the movie, it's Vietnam, in the Vietnam War. They have to get rid of this man called Kurtz. Yeah, it's a very short book. You can read it like in a couple of hours. It's like a novella. Isn't the Lucifer Project done by the Vatican, says Tessa? Well, it was allegedly they just said the Illuminati or Freemasons or something were the ones doing it. But blimey, we've not got long now, guys. It's 15:20. What is it now? Let's have a look. I'll keep it ticking away in the background, actually. Let's see, maybe that will work. Yeah, there we go. No, I can't have both on, unfortunately, but we'll go to, I'll make sure we'll, how do I do this? I know, I'll just go to share screen when we're getting through there. Gary says, surely if everything on the planet is raised up, including some of the oceans, when everything hits the ground, we'll be in for some really powerful earthquakes, etc. I'm not sure 7.3 seconds is enough time to cause that kind of geological upheaval. It's only 7 seconds. And like I said, unless and most things will just stay where they are. If you're sitting very still, you just won't move. You'll feel your weight disappear. So the pressure you put on the ground will vanish, and you'll be weightless. But then all that will happen is then the things will probably just come back. Everything will just come back. Got 6 minutes to go, guys. Grey Owl. I apologise for staying off topic, Ben. Okay, it's all right, Grey Owl. Getting back to the point, do we know what gravity is? Well, funnily enough, it's never been defined at its quantum level. So physicists actually don't know what it is. I mean, according to Albert Einstein, it's the curvature of space-time. Ben, that says CCG, the constant adjustments to your tether are hilarious. It's actually not very comfortable, so I'm trying to get into a comfortable position. It's all right, I'll take it off after this is all over. Do we know how fast things will rise during the 7 seconds? Says Gary. We do know, actually. We can calculate it using Newton's first law. It's very, very basic physics. It depends on what kind of force is acting on objects within on the Earth's surface. So if you are jumping up into the air and you're really jumping hard, say you're in the Olympics and you're doing a high jump competition, you will rise up very quickly and you'll continue to rise. If you're in the middle of your jump and the ascension of your jump when this happens, you will continue to rise. You'll probably rise like 20 to 30 feet in the air. In 7 seconds, you could get quite high up, 20 to 30 feet. And then you'll come back down. You just better hope you land on the crash bed. Otherwise, you would do a serious injury at that height. Yeah, could even be killed. Tessa, space-time go together with gravity inside. Yeah, according to Einstein, that's what it is. It's not actually a force. It is actually a movement. Let's just have a look at where we are with the time. Okay, guys, we're getting there. 5 more minutes to go. Are you ready for disaster? Are you ready for the end? Now, question to pilot. As a pilot checks the fuel lines of his airplane before taking flight, so too is the safety mind tethered citizen. Yeah, I'm just, there we go. That's it, that's a bit better. Always checking the tautness of the tether, says Grey Owl. Yeah, it doesn't actually have to be terribly taut. I mean, again, as long as you sit very still, you won't go anywhere. So don't worry, Gary. I mean, just sit very still. You'll be fine. Channel. Can you get it up for 7 seconds? I don't want to know about your private life, Art. All right. But if that is your limits, you need to see a doctor. Maybe get some relationship counselling. Skywatch signal. Ben's getting worried. LMAO. I'm kind of like, well, there's always that possibility, isn't it? There's an off chance. What if I'm wrong? What if somehow this is real? I mean, I've watched the Project Anchor video on the Y-Files. I watched it all the way through. It's a kind of worst case scenario, basically. It's worth seeing. I mean, it's fun. It's fun if you see it as like a story. It's good fun. You'll probably enjoy it more when after in about 3 minutes time. I just hope a floating lorry doesn't come crashing through the wall. Wowsing, that shouldn't happen unless for some reason the lorry is being pushed up into the air by something, and lorry, it probably won't. So you'd be pretty bad luck to have. As I said, you see these pictures of people flying behind me and cars rising up off the roads. That wouldn't happen. This is like your 2012 video, says Arts. Oh, have you seen that? That's cool. That's cool. You've seen it, Arts. That's good. And we have a professional comments section. That's a good name. Y-Files, fake news, dude. I've got news for you, professional comments section. Y-Files is not news. It's a video. It deals with real subjects, but most of it is just like speculative. So anyway, guys, 2 minutes to go. I'm going to go to the, let's go to the countdown here. Where are we? Here we go, UT. Right. Okay, 3 minutes to go. Now, as I said, we don't know exactly when within this minute it's going to happen. Okay? We don't know whether it is dead on 14:33:00 or 14:33:20 or 14:33:40, and it's 7 seconds sometime within that minute. It's not that precise. It doesn't time it to the nearest second, only to the nearest minute. So we've got to be prepared for that, I suppose. Yeah. My dragon juice. Should I hold on to my dragon juice? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'll leave it there. I mean, it'll probably just stay there. It'll just sit there, unless like I kick the table and it pushes it up a little bit. Then it will float up into the air. It's a good. Just watch. Oh, good. Here we go. 1 minute to go, guys. If you watch the astronauts in space, I mean, they're like that. They don't. They just tend to hang there unless they move themselves. Here we go. 1 minute to go. So, like I said, it could happen any time within the upcoming minute. Right. 30 seconds. Can you see this? Just check you can see. You can. Good. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, according to my clock here on my own readout, it's 14:34 now. Should we wait a bit longer just in case the scientist made a slight error? No, nothing's happening. Oh, dear. I think we're okay. All right, guys. Everything okay? Are you all right? Let's have a look. Bye-bye, cruel worlds. Goodbye. Did the Earth move for you? Says Lab-Based. No, it didn't actually. Breathe, Ben. Breathe. Crafty Nihilist is just. I don't know that. Sorry. There's like I think there's meant to be. There's meant to be like a little. There's 33 people watching right now. Oddly enough. Well, signal. Help! I'm stuck to the ceiling. My arsehole's prolapsed. Oh, it's a. Oh, Crafty's doing cartwheels. Yeah. Skywatch. I threw all my rubbish out onto the lawn in hopes it would disappear. Bad luck, mate. Yep, you got to. As Skywatch says now, you got to go and pick. As you say yourself. Sorry, it was you. You got to go and pick it up now. Can I come down now? Yeah, it looks like we're okay, guys. I mean, it's now. What's the time now? It's 2 minutes after now. 14:35. I think we're. I mean, if the scientists are really so precise, they can time it down to the nearest minute. Then presumably, then if they can time it down to the nearest minute, then if it's 2 minutes late, it means they've got it wrong. Hi, Green Tea. You've missed the apocalypse. Oh no, says blasted bastard. Says my car's gone. Oh dear. Take a look in the air. It may still be up there. Tessa says me and Fred Astaire dancing on the ceiling. Yeah, Lionel Richie will be joining you shortly. Knit a jumper with your wool. It's actually, yeah, it is actually wool. It's actually a wool strand. It's a yarn. I can't knit, I'm afraid. Another disaster averted. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you feel a little bit disappointed? Let me just get rid of this. Hang on. I need a pair of scissors. Oh, okay. I mean, do you feel a little bit disappointed, guys? There we go. I'm free. Ah, that's better. There we go. That's better. That's it. I don't need to. Well, it was worth just in case. It was just in case having that. Just in case. All right. The day the earth stood still, literally. Well, I was sitting still just in case, guys. I was sitting still, just a tad disappointed. I'm kind of like green tea. Oh, I missed it. I thought it was a few hours away still. Well, some people are saying it's going to happen during the eclipse. And I got onto Facebook to post to post the video notice, just to post the video link. And someone had said, "Oh, the gravity's going to stop during the eclipse." And I said, I posted on it. No, it's 3:33 p.m. and I'm doing a live stream. Come and join me. That wasn't the eclipse. The eclipse did not happen until 6. Got another couple of hours before the eclipse. So that's it, guys. Yeah. Is there anything? I don't know if there's anything else to add. Let's look at my notes. I mean, some people say this is something to do with the missing scientists. There's that kind of thing as well. I don't know if that's. Obviously, that's not relevant. It's not. If it's not happened, it ain't relevant, is it? Grey Owl says, my 1981 car should start up just fine after magnetic anomalies and not like these self-driving Teslas that too often Uber people to where they allegedly control or delete themselves. Oh yeah, they built them to last in those days, and those old non-electronic cars will be fine. I know that because in 2000, do you remember the Millennium Bug? The porters we spent a week moving all the essential machinery and replacing it with like older mechanical versions, like the anesthetic machines in theatre and stuff like that. Yeah. Green tea. How much of the eclipse will you see? In my country, as Crafty says, 90%. Yeah, you'll see a tiny bit more of it than me, Crafty. Arianon in Wales is going to see like I think 95% or something because she's west of here. Yes, still on Earth, Arts. Spain gets total, says Tessa. Oh, Beatriz Villarroel will be pleased. Although she lives in Sweden, she has Spanish roots. I think she's Basque, actually. Total eclipse of the harp. As the late, great Bonnie Tyler might have sung. Grey Owl, cool, Ben. The work of a porter is God's work. Thank you, Grey Owl. I didn't want to be the first one to say it, yes. But that's absolutely true. New comments. Come on in. I got to see the total eclipse a few years ago. The birds kind of freaked out and go quiet. That's right, because I mean, you're in the US, aren't you? Your country's had 2 eclipses like in the space of a decade. It's extraordinary. I don't know what that means in terms of astrology. But yeah, I mean, they don't. I mean, I've never seen a total eclipse. I've seen this is probably the 3rd or 4th partial eclipse I've seen. And but some animals don't like it. I remember the horses in the field in the 1999 one. They were becoming very restless when I went up to Port Meadow for the 1999 one, and they were like, they were looking a bit nervous when the sun dimmed. Yeah, it's very weird actually. A partial eclipse is very weird. The light goes very strange. Yeah, right. So that's it, guys. I don't know what else to say. I was going to talk about something else. We have Dave Javu. That's a good name. Glad we all survived the rapture. We did, yes. Yeah. DJ says, I saw the 99 eclipse on the ruins of Roman Hill Fort. Yeah, a lot of people went somewhere special for that. I went to this tumulus on Port Meadow with a couple of people, including this new age bitch who was one of my pseudo friends who pretended to be a friend when she wasn't really. Grey Owl said, so glad to have bumped into you today, my good man, Benno. Oh, you too, Grey Owl? Always puts me in a good twist. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I've cheered you up. I'm glad to have shared this potential apocalypse with you all, which never came about. There you go. Hello, David has shown up right at the hello, David. How are you? And CCG says, thanks, Ben. Your streams are always entertaining. Well, I'm really, really pleased. I'm glad you like that. I suppose we could check out the. Let's just check out the notice. I'm going to leave the notice up actually because the show notice. All right, well, here we go. Because I've got another live stream on Friday, 9 p.m. It's a more civilized and normal time on Friday. But I am doing a live stream because it is the 10th anniversary of Roswell Rising. So let's have...
Conspiracies, government cover-ups, Earth mysteries, monster cryptids, psyops, saucers and black triangles, her pan wall.
And there's just one. It's Mountain Goat who says first. I says, well done. Well done, MG. I just answered in the live stream. Where's Mountain? He's not there today. There we go. Okay, it's Mountain Goat. Mountain Goat says first. That's the only comment I had, which is cool. That's cool. David says, I couldn't attend earlier. So no worries, no worries. And Crafty says, hear about Lucy Davis, Ben, Jasper Carrot's daughter, another casualty of evil. Oh no, what's happened? What's happened to her? I love Jasper Carrot. Oh, what's happened? Lucy, right. Lucy Davis. Lucy Claire Davis, English actress, comedian. Oh no! In August 2026, it was announced she had been diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. Spread to... Oh God. Oh God, she's going to die. Oh Christ, I'm really sorry. And Jasper, he's such a funny guy, and that's an absolute awful for him. I'm so sorry to hear that. So yeah, condolences. Condolences to Jasper. Oh, dear. As Grey Owl says, fear not, there's always another apocalypse to worry about. I know, there's a whole list of them, isn't there? Remember the Perseid peak later, still a double celestial session tonight. Yeah, you can. It's very, very pretty. You see lots of meteors. Yeah, lots of meteors. CCG, I never knew she was his daughter, and nor did I. I didn't know she was his daughter. But she's 53 years old and is now in a really bad way. That's very, very sad. Yeah, very sorry to hear. And is in very health-wise. And God knows what she's been taking, you know. Whether someone just said, just take this, Lucy. It's safe and effective. You've got nothing to worry about. And we've seen that so many times, haven't we? We've seen that so many times. It's safe and effective. It says so. It says so on the news, so it must be true. Yeah. Yeah, DJ. That's what I've been asking too. Yeah, that's sad. Puts it in perspective, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. So according to Crafty, she did take the you-know-what, and it made her ill for a year. I don't know anyone who's taken that and not had some kind of side effect, who's not had some kind of reaction. I don't know a single person who said to me, I took it and I was fine, nothing to worry about at all. I went on with my day. Everyone has at least had some kind of malaise as a result of this. Oh dear. Anyway, guys, I can't think of anything else to say except clearly there's always apocalyptic scenarios that are listed. I mean, they're not all real. They're not all real. And there was no real evidential kind of like backup for this. It was just someone just said, "Oh, it's this thing that I've been leaked from NASA, and here it is on Instagram." And it went around the chans, but nothing really happened. Grey Owl says, "Ben, are you on X?" Yes, I am. It's at Porterhood. There's me on Twitter. I still call it Twitter because I'm a sentimental bugger, but there you are. There's me at Porterhood, and I've just I posted I posted that there, definitely. Yeah. Hello, John Fused. How are you? Welcome. All right, guys. So that's all I can think of saying. Anyone else got any final comments? Where the hell is that missing clip? This is bugging me. things, my room's not very big. How could you drop something and not be able to see it? It's somewhere in the clutter. I'll find it. But I don't think it actually makes much difference. I think 4 clips is enough for my green screen. I don't need. It keeps doing that. I'm going to have to find some way to keep that sort of like this bit over there, and not wear yellow when I'm using the green screen. Yeah. Crafty Nice. They've got now a new flu shot to be released. Yeah. Oh, they have them every year. They have new new vaccines. Yeah. Tessa's mentioned CERN turns back on 2027 and 2030. It's on what they call long shutdown, Tessa. Although there's other particle colliders still going. Everyone's interested to see what effect this will have on the Mandela effect. Will there be no new Mandela effects for a while? Who knows? Grey Owl says, sending you a public notice memo I drafted to educate people on what to do if they see an alien. That's very wise, Grey Owl, because I think we need to know, don't we? Yes, because they do appear sometimes. They do appear. Oh, guys. That's it, really. I can't think of anything else. They're making a bigger one called FCC. That's right. I could do an entire video about that, and I have done videos about this. I've even got a CERN portal. Have you seen my CERN portal, guys? Have you seen it? Let me just find you. Let me just show you my CERN portal. Here it is. It's right at the top of the. It's right at the top of the original Hapanmo blog. There you go. Everything to do with CERN, everything you want to know about CERN but are afraid to ask, it's all here. Here's my article on the LHC shutdown. There we go. I've done 4 videos about CERN. There you go. And I've done, how many have I done? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 radio shows and a couple here. And even, it's even in Roswell Revealed. Yes, if you read Roswell Revealed, there's the CERN thing has an element. There's a plot element in that. Yeah. All right. Well done, Crafty. You did the right thing, and so did I. I think we dodged a bullet there, didn't we? But yeah, I mean the whole CERN thing it's a big subject. It is. It really, really is. But anyway, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else to say. So what I'll do is Friday night, there's another live stream, which will be to mark the 30th, not there yet, 10th anniversary of Roswell Rising being published. So I'm looking forward to that enormously to celebrate this milestone. I can't believe it's 10 years since I brought that book out. Wow, amazing. So that's coming up. I might go and see if I can go and see the eclipse somewhere at 6. I'll just pop out somewhere. I might go to where's the nearest place I can go? Probably the Oxford Science Park. That's probably a good place to go. And see if I can see the eclipse. That's near where the cinema is. And then, well, not see the eclipse. I'm not going to look at it. No, don't look at it. Just enjoy it. Right. Bye, Ben. Don't clash with Candice on Friday. Is that Candice Owens? Is she going live as well? Oh, my God. I'm always clashing with somebody. But I'll try not. I don't upstage Candice Owens. She's cool. I like Candice Owens. And Green Tea says, it's now safe to get on our pogo sticks. We won't be launched into space. No, that's right. I mean, if you were using a pogo stick at that time, you wouldn't be launched into space. But had Earth's gravity ceased for 7 seconds, you would have flown up into the air quite high, 20 or 30 feet, which would have caused you injury or even death when you fell at the end of it. I'll have to make sure the cat is in for the eclipse. Do cats not like eclipses? I know dogs get a bit nervous about them. I know cats don't like fireworks. Oh, the big debate. Oh, right. What's she debating? Oh, is it? I know. Is it Brigitte Macron again? Because she's found out about Brigitte Macron, hasn't she? Or is that her name? Whatever her original name was. Yeah. She's actually not the first person to come up with that. There was a French journalist discovered it too, and the Macrons tried to sue him, and they lost. Anyway, Guys, thank you very much, all of you. It's been very good to share this apocalyptic no-show. Monsieur Macron, that's right, yes. Monsieur Macron and Monsieur Macron. Oh, Charlie Kirk. Oh, she's debating about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, because she's convinced it was like a Kennedy thing. It wasn't everything it seemed. Yeah. I did actually, I think I did a radio show about that. So who's she debating? Oh, that'll be interesting. She's debating like an official story believer. Tessa, you're welcome, Tessa. Fun bugaboo. Thanks so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. And yeah, it's 9 p.m. I go live. I don't know when Candice is like doing her stuff, but I don't know. And that the guy's a patsy. The guy who's been in court. Yeah. Well, he was up against a grand jury last month, and I was watching it, and he didn't speak. He just said Andrew Wilson. Right. This should be interesting. Debating is the best way of getting things out in the open and working out what's true or false, basically. Pickles Wilson. Yeah, it's worth finding out exactly what happened. I mean, if it turns out this guy is a Lee Harvey Oswald, don't be surprised if he doesn't make it to trial. We'll see. No, oh right, no, Crafty said no, it wasn't a jury prelim, right? No, right, it wasn't a grand jury. That's it. That's coming next, yeah. Grey Owl says, "See you at the next apocalypse, Ben." Yep, see you then. There'll be another one, and I will cover it. Yes, we've got to surf the apocalypse. There was that. Do you remember in the early days of YouTube, there was that surfing the apocalypse show? Crafty, I think you're probably right there. You're probably right about this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, it's been good. It's been short and sweet. We're still alive. So stay alive, stay safe, and see you on Friday. The what happened after Friday, that's going to be my last video for a couple of weeks because I'm going away. I'm going camping in Cornwall. Yes, and there will be a reportage about that because I'm going to be doing some fun woo-woo stuff down there. It is also a working trip, like all my trips are. So yeah, check that out. Enjoy the eclipse. Stay safe. See you, Crafty. Don't look at the sun unless you've got the eye protection on. All right. Normal sunglasses aren't enough. You need the special viewers. All right. Because you can blind yourself. Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Hospital Porters, pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order. Thank you for watching Panmo TV on this live stream for Project Anchor, which is now Project Non-Anchor. Oh, before I go, oh God, yeah, I knew there was something I forgot. There's another Apocalypse No-Show. Here we go. Or maybe I should do a live stream. I'm just about to end the video. I knew there's something I bloody forgot. Where is it? Something to do with. Oh, what is it? It was. Oh yeah. It was Malachi, wasn't it? I thought that was all. Here we go. The world ends. Here we go. Prophecy of the Pope, St. Malachi's countdown. I thought we'd been through all that.
Homeowners in council
I'll have
tax
to watch
band
this
C
and
to
find.
G.
I mean, because according to St. Malachi, right? According to St. Malachi, the prophecy. I went through that. Do you remember? I did a whole video about that when I went to. I went into all the prophecy of the Pope's things when I went to watch Conclave. It's kind of been debunked because Pope Leo, the current one, would never have appeared because the last one, Francis, was the last Pope according to that prophecy. So what's happening now? Has it been renewed? Has someone like forgot to carry the 2 or something? And so I'll have to watch that and get back to you. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Thank you, CCG. Thank you very much. I'll let you know how I get on. Yeah, so I'll be away. I'll be back the week after next. But because I might be back sooner, I'm not sure. I'll have to do a reply to comments video. I'm also going to go see Richard D. Hall in Harrow as well. All right. Anyway, guys, take care. Bye-bye. All the best.